feel like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life move fast when you do what you want.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl kiannamoracia and I'm back with another video. I'm finally in the habit of uploading more regularly, so you are going to be seeing a lot more videos from me in the next 2 weeks. Today we have a wig from Ashy Mary here. It is their 360 Invisi strap lace frontal wig. This wig is gorgeous and it has these straps that can make it into a nice 360. The wig is gorgeously constructed. I am going to show you guys what the inside look like, but first just look at all these goodies that I got. I got a whole bunch of stuff. I got a bonnet, I got a robe, I got some eyelashes, the little elastic grip things, and then I also got a melting band, and this is what the wig looks like. The wig comes pre-bleached and pre-plucked. You can go ahead and pluck it more to your liking. However, I only chose to pluck the front part a little bit more just because the shape of my forehead. And once you see the hairline of that wig, look at how well and pre-made that is. The hairline is 13 by 6, I believe, so you have a good amount of parting space, and then the back part gives that 360 effect. So this wig can have a whole bunch of styles. Today we're going to be doing a high ponytail. The clear thing that you see me pulling is the invisible elastic strap, and this thing is durable. It will not break on you. You can tie it in the back and then untie it. That is exactly what I did. This wig is perfectly durable, so you can tie it as tight as you want or you can keep it as loose as you want. I chose to keep it very tight because of my ponytail, and today we're working on some very old braids. I know that they look crazy, but this is a part of being a wig influencer. I want to show that you can style these type of wigs without doing a whole bunch or having to have a perfect foundation. So I'm putting my hair in a rubber band, then I'm also putting a rubber band at the end kind of to keep all of the braids together, and then I'm going to clip that to the top of my head because if I keep it at the bottom, my high ponytail is going to look bulky and we don't want that. And next I'm going to be spraying some spray, just some like high hold hairspray on the edge of my hairline. For me, this is the best option if you want to slick down the front of your hair just because it doesn't get greasy like gel or jam, and it kind of keeps the hair in place while we are doing a frontal install. Here I have a cotton pad soaked in rubbing alcohol, and I'm doing this a few times just to make sure that no part of my forehead still has makeup or any debris, dirt, oil, or skincare that could potentially interfere with me laying the glue down, because I haven't done glue in a very long time, but I decided I'm gonna do it today. Well, I use spray, but it wasn't really the same. So I'm brushing those hairs up, making sure they are extra sleek. I know I look like somebody's grandpa, but I promise you, you guys saw the beginning, I am going to look very beautiful. And this is the wig. Look at how gorgeous she looks. Like, I hot combed it and I just kept it, you know, on my wig head, just nice and prepared. I am going in with some of my lace tint. Now, y'all know I'm not using that brand anymore. I am using a different one. It is the Kiss Colors and Care lace tint that I'm now using. I think that's way better. And this one took a good amount of time to actually cover the hair. So yeah, use the Kiss Colors and Care one. I chose not to use any wig cap today just because I didn't want to have to sew it down, and I was feeling a little bit lazy, I'm not gonna lie. So I just put this at the back with that grip elastic band, and then I pulled the wig over. The reason why my braids are gonna be okay under this is because I am putting it high up anyways, so the hair is kind of just gonna mold around those braids and keep the shape of that high ponytail that I do want. If you are doing like a low ponytail or something, then you could put your braids down, but that's why I put the braids up. And here you can see the hairline. Now we are gonna end up tightening those straps, and I also lifted my hair up and I tied them in the back just for extra security because I wanted it to show that I had a big ponytail. And I'm gonna pull that front part down and start working on kind of what I want the hair to look like. First, I'm gonna cut those ear tabs off. Make sure you don't cut too close to the middle of the hair. You just want to snip a little bit at the sides if you do need ear tabs that are coming off, because remember that the side parts are gonna show. As I stated before, this video was filmed a good while ago. I'm just now uploading it, but I'm no longer using this brand. But I am going to take the adhesive spray and just spread that all around my hairline. I'm kind of just letting it get wherever because I do want to do some big fluffy edges. I'm making sure it doesn't drip down too much on my forehead, but I am spreading it far back enough to keep the rest of the wig in place and just make sure that my ponytail doesn't slip back. It stays exactly where I want it to go. So as you can see, I did add kind of a widow's peak at the front of my hair. I'm using the edge of my comb to pat that down and make sure that the lace is being properly melted. I'm also combing the hairs upward just to make sure that they don't get stuck and that there's no flyaways that might interfere with how neat the front of my install looks. I'm also pulling down the sides and making sure that the sides are not too far up because I don't want them to be all the way back. I want my hairline to be fully covered just to make sure that when I put my hair up in that ponytail, you don't see nothing, not even my side edges, nothing. So here, this is what I'm doing, and right where you see those arches, that's where I'm gonna add my edges at. I'm gonna actually try to do some bigger edges today. If you know, you know. I haven't done a full install in a very long time, but I thought today was a perfect day because this day was actually a special day for me because what was it? It was my anniversary this day, so yeah. I went and pre-parted and separated my edges off camera, and now I'm just making sure that the rest of the hair is exactly how I want it to be. Now I am going to part out a little bit of something at the sides. This is to make sure that my ears are completely covered because I do have a lot of hair there. And I'm just kind of customizing the hairline to look exactly how I would want it. So I'm pulling out any hairs that I don't want, and then I'm also making edges with the ones at the side because I did cut this side a little bit too far up. So I'm going to cover that with some edges. I feel like what I said didn't really make any sense, so I'm gonna just tell y'all to watch what I'm doing here. I'm separating these edges, and now we are gonna get ready to put the hair up. But first things first, I am gonna put that melt band on after spraying some of that adhesive spray just to make sure that these edges stay flat. They don't go anywhere as well because I hate when my edges start lifting up after I've already done the rest of my install because I had a lot of stuff to do. We were going to go to a museum and then we went out to dinner, so I wanted to make sure like my edges lasted the entire day because this was around like I would say 2 p.m. and I knew I was not going to get into bed or get any rest until like 1 in the morning. So this is me tying down, and y'all know I had to use the Ashley Mary melt band. I put that on for about 10 to 15 minutes just because I really wanted it to stay. Usually I'm very lazy with this part, but I made sure to keep it on for 15 minutes to make sure that any of that adhesive was fully dry and that it didn't end up gunky. That's something that can make or break your install. You want to make sure that all parts of it are dry beforehand, and while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and start hot combing the hair. I tried to get it as close as possible to my actual hairline. Here I'm trying to make sure I just don't burn myself, but I'm getting it as close as I can to that band because I put the band mostly over my edges and the edge of my hairline. And now this is what it looks like after I took that off. You can see the nice mold that we have here. And I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting these already molded edges. It was pretty easy to do so. And then I'm taking some of that same adhesive and using that to kind of swoop them into place. I was feeling myself so much right here, but I'm just taking some mousse and then going in to define those curls. Remember that this is a water wave, so we are going to have a looser curl pattern. I chose to define only with mousse. Now you do need more mousse when you do this, but I did it this way because I had a long day ahead of me and I didn't want to end up having to go in with any more water. So all you need is just a little bit of extra mousse and your hair will be defined for a full 12 hours. This is where you can see my curls jump up, and then this is the final result after it air dried a little bit. I'm really loving this wig. I love that updo effect that it has, and I also love how the cap construction really just played out in the end. And overall, that is everything that I did to this hair. Now let's debrief. So this is the finished result of the hair. I absolutely love how this wig turned out. This is what the back is looking like. I didn't put it down all the way just because I didn't want it to be like too up in the front. I did some like fluffy edges. I haven't done like an actual updo in a minute, so I decided to do it on this wig. I really love the quality of this hair. It is a very nice curly wig. As you can see, I'm not getting any tangles, and it has fluffed up from the last time that I moussed it. The invisible straps are probably my favorite part. If you guys remember me pulling those straps in the beginning after I showed you guys the cap construction, this wig is wonderfully made. If you do have a big head, I would opt for sizing up just because it does get very snug once you tighten those straps, and you want to make sure it can fit the back of your head as well as the front, depending on how low your hairline is. This wig is 22 inches. It is a water wig 360 and busy strap by the company Ashley Mary Hair, as y'all saw me wearing in the headband in the video. I really do like the way that they constructed it. It does come pre-bleached and pre-plucked. Overall, I would say that the wig would probably be easier to work with in longer lengths, depending on like short, just because if you want to put it in a ponytail, you will need more to reach the top of the hair. I did it with a little tiny rubber band like so, but I don't know. I feel like this looks really pretty. I feel like I look like one of those UK girlies that has their whole life figured out when it comes to makeup, all that stuff. If you guys want to check out more from Ashley Mary Hair, make sure to check the description box below, as well as check out their other finds. I'm pretty sure they have this in other textures. I just really like this wig. This is my first ever 360 wig, so I'm not very experienced on this, but I feel like it was perfect for me since I haven't done a full install in a while, and I also haven't done anything else like with 360s ever. Like, I've never done it. So this is what it looks like from the side, and then I'm gonna just give you guys a view of the back. As you can see, I do need to clean up my kitchen, but it's okay. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye.